Imagine this. Just days before Princess Catherine's birthday, a storm breaks over Kensington Palace. Prince William and Kate, the golden couple of the monarchy, are hit with news so shocking it's left the world reeling. What's gone wrong? Why now? Buckle up, because this royal drama is about to unfold, and it's messier than you think. The British monarchy thrives on its image of stability, but every so often, a crack appears in the facade. Right now, that crack is growing, and it's centered on Prince William and Catherine, the Prince and Princess of Wales. As Catherine's 43rd birthday approaches on January 9, 2025, whispers of bad news have erupted, sending royal watchers into a frenzy. The phrase "bunned up" suggests they're bracing for impact, hunkering down against a wave of trouble. But what exactly is this bad news, and why is it hitting just before such a personal milestone? Let's dive into the story piece by piece to figure out what's really going on. First, let's address the timing. Birthdays for senior royals aren't just private celebrations, they're public moments. Catherine's birthday usually brings warm headlines, photos of her with her kids, updates on her charities, maybe a new portrait. But this year, the mood feels different. Reports suggest the couple is facing a crisis, one that's overshadowed any birthday plans. The lack of specifics only fuels the fire. Is it personal, professional, health-related? To get answers, we need to look at their recent past and the pressures piling up. Let's start with 2024, a year that tested William and Catherine like never before. Early in the year, Catherine underwent abdominal surgery for what was initially described as a non-cancerous condition. By March, she revealed a cancer diagnosis, a bombshell that stunned the public. She stepped back from duties, focusing on treatment and recovery, while William scaled back his engagements to support her and their 3 children, George, Charlotte, and Louis. The palace kept details sparse, but Catherine's absence sparked wild speculation online, from conspiracy theories about her whereabouts to cruel rumors about her marriage. By late 2024, she was back in public, looking stronger, with events like welcoming child cancer sufferers to Kensington Palace. Her Christmas Carol concert in December was a triumph, signaling a return to form. William, too, seemed to regain his stride, pushing his Earthshot Prize and homelessness initiatives. So, why the sudden talk of bad news? One possibility is health. Catherine's cancer journey isn't necessarily over. Even if she's in remission, follow-ups and scans can bring anxiety. A setback, or even the fear of one, could explain the couple bunning up, retreating to focus on family. William's been open about how Kate's illness shook him. In a documentary clip, he called 2024 brutal. If there's new uncertainty, they might be shielding themselves from public scrutiny, especially with a birthday spotlight looming. But health is just one piece of the puzzle. Another angle is family tension. The Waleses don't exist in a vacuum. They're part of a sprawling, often fractious royal clan. Prince Harry's shadow looms large. His 2023 memoir Spare exposed raw wounds, painting William as hot-headed and the palace as cold. Since then, contact between the brothers has been minimal. Harry's life in California with Meghan feels worlds away, but he's never far from the headlines. Could he be stirring trouble again? Maybe a new interview or project that digs into old grievances? Harry's been quiet lately, but timing matters. Catherine's birthday could be a flashpoint if he chooses to speak out, and it's not just Harry. King Charles's health post his own cancer diagnosis adds strain. William's role as heir is intensifying, and any shift in Charles's condition could pile pressure on him and Kate. Then there's the public side. William and Catherine are the monarchy's biggest assets. Polls consistently show them as the most popular royals, with approval ratings around 70%. But popularity comes with a catch: scrutiny. Every move is dissected, especially online. X posts have been buzzing with theories, some claiming the bad news ties to a palace misstep, a PR blunder perhaps, or a leaked story gone wrong. Remember Kategate in 2024, when a retouched Mother's Day photo sparked a media storm? Catherine took the blame, but it exposed how fragile their image can be. If a new scandal's brewing, say a misinterpreted comment or a staffer slip, it could explain why they're battening down the hatches. Let's explore that PR angle further. The Waleses rely on a tight team to manage their narrative, but mistakes happen. Maybe a planned announcement, like an overseas tour or a new initiative, backfired. William's been vocal about modernizing the monarchy, pushing for a smaller, more relatable institution. But change invites criticism. If he's clashed with traditionalists in the palace or misjudged public mood, it could spark backlash. Catherine, too, has her early years project, a cornerstone of her work. Any hiccup there, like funding issues, or a poorly received campaign, could be spun into bad news. The timing, right before her birthday, would amplify the noise. Money's another factor. The monarchy's finances are a lightning rod. William, as Duke of Cornwall, inherited a $1 billion estate generating millions annually. But questions about how those funds are used, especially in a cost of living crisis, dog him. If there's a story about lavish spending or a questionable investment, it could dent their image. Catherine's birthday, a moment of celebration, might be overshadowed by headlines about privilege, forcing them to hunker down. Could it be personal? Marriage rumors have plagued them before, though they've always seemed rock solid. William and Catherine's partnership, 25 years since meeting, at St. Andrews feels like a constant in a chaotic world. But even strong couples face a strain. Raising 3 kids under a global microscope, juggling royal duties, and navigating health scares isn't easy. If they're bunning up, it might just mean they're carving out private time, shutting out the world to reconnect. A birthday could be the perfect excuse, or the worst timing, if the press spins it as a crisis. Let's not ignore the kids. George 11, Charlotte 9, and Louis 6 are growing up fast. William and Catherine prioritize their privacy, but schoolyard dramas or media leaks about them could be a nightmare. Imagine a tabloid claiming George is struggling at Eton or Charlotte's facing bullying. True or not, it'd hit hard. Protecting their children might be why they're closing ranks, especially with a high-profile date like Catherine's birthday approaching. Now, let's talk about the monarchy itself. William's future as king is closer than ever. Charles's reign at 76 is a bridge to the next generation. If there's instability, say a constitutional debate or a Commonwealth country pushing to ditch the crown, it could ripple to William and Kate. They're not just a couple. They're a brand carrying the monarchy's hopes. Any bad news tied to the institution's survival would weigh on them, forcing a defensive stance. What about external pressures? The world's a mess in 2025. Geopolitical tensions, economic wobbles, climate crises. William's Earthshot Prize puts him on that stage, but it also exposes him to criticism. If a project flops or he's seen as out of touch, it could snowball. Catherine, too, faces expectations to speak on issues like mental health or education. A misstep, real or perceived, could be the bad news everyone's buzzing about. So, what's the truth? Here's the thing. We don't know. The palace is a master at controlling leaks, and William and Catherine are pros at keeping calm. The bunned-up narrative might be overblown, a mix of tabloid hype and social media chatter. X posts love, a good conspiracy, and a vague phrase like bad news is catnip for speculation. Maybe it's a minor hiccup, like a canceled event or a family spat, blown out of proportion. Or maybe it's bigger, a health scare, a legal issue, a royal rift we haven't seen coming. Let's zoom out. Why does this matter? Because William and Catherine aren't just royals. They're symbols. Their story, from university sweethearts to future king and queen, captivates millions. When trouble brews, it's not just their problem. It's a mirror for the monarchy's strengths and flaws. If they're bunning up, it signals vulnerability, and that's rare. The public craves their humanity but pounces on their missteps. A birthday, meant to celebrate Catherine's grace and resilience, could instead highlight the tightrope they walk. What's next? If the news breaks before January 9th, expect a media storm. The palace might counter with a distraction, a new photo, a charity push, or a statement about Catherine's work. William's protective streak will kick in. He's fierce about shielding Kate. But silence is their default, and it's powerful. By staying quiet, they let rumors burn out, or fuel the fire. Either way, the world's watching, and every clue counts.